Rohit Srivastava is here. Rohit, is this a halt or are we likely to retest the earlier lows seen in the last week?
So, two angles to it. One is very, very short term and one is slightly medium term. So very, very short term, especially when we look at US markets, and it is important to look there because you have the Federal Reserve meeting tonight. The US equities have actually been falling for several months now. I think they topped out in July. This is sort of the third month down since the top for the Dow Jones. And that's a pretty long way down to come heading into this meeting. So what's going to happen here is, I think almost everybody anticipates that the Fed is going to do nothing at this meeting, means keep a status quo on the rates and leave one possible hike on the table for the future. Now, if that's what ends up being the case, the event is sort of discounted because everybody knows that. So in that sense, after a 3-month decline, we are seeing some oversold readings in global equities, which can result in a short-term rebound. So very, very short-term, I wouldn't be very too bearish over here. We should be open to the idea that even the Nifty can bounce back at least a minimum to maybe 19,450. That's still almost 300-400 points higher than where we are right now. So that's a possibility to become open to. Once that happens, though, I do think that the larger trend, which is still down, might resume. It is possible we break these lows, but it just won't happen immediately. It may take some time, and that's what we need to be prepared for very, very short term.
What are your bullish bearish bets? I know you wouldn't give immediate stock picks, but at least you can help our viewers to look for what areas look stronger and which are the weaker ones.
It's a slightly tough call because the weakest would still be banking. It's somewhere just not managed to perform on every bounce. We've also seen that happen recently with technology. It was trying to rally, but it's broken down much harder. So these are possibly the weak areas. The cyclicals are where you sometimes get some buying back. We have seen stocks like Reliance pick up after the results. You have a large cap like SBI, which has fallen a bit. So, some of these large caps essentially can be those which will end up supporting the market, which is where you'll have to focus on. But it's always tough to trade stocks in a counter trend bounce. So if I say that this is only a bounce after which we may fall further, then individual stocks are very, very tough to catch because some of them continue to fall even when the bounce back is happening. So that's why it's going to be really difficult for extremely short-term traders. I think the bigger picture is more important to me that after this bounce, if it looks like the market is losing steam, then at that point of time, you should see more broad-based weakness on the other side of it. That everything starts participating on the downside, like we saw recently happen for a while, and that is where I'll have my focus right now.
Okay, Rohit, on that note, we let you go. Appreciate you making time and speaking with us. So